for a big-time SEC matchup tonight as 22nd-ranked Tennessee hits the road to take on the Missouri Tigers. Right now, two NCAA tournament teams going toe-to-toe. And a pleasant good evening, everybody. I'm Dave Neal. This is former Missouri All-American and NBA John Sunvold. Glad you could be with us. And certainly Tennessee has become one of the hotter teams in the league. I know the Gators have won 7 in a row, but Tennessee's won 8 of 9, 4 straight. What the heck's going on in Knoxville?
It's Rick Barnes' team. They get better all the time at the end of the season. And when you think of this team, yes, they've got a great freshman in Nate Ament, but their supporting cast has been really good. Guys have picked it up, making shots, making plays, and really the Vanderbilt win, guys down the stretch making plays. Bishop Boswell hit a couple shots towards the end. This was one of them really that won the game. Tennessee's been solid, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, coming off that big win over Vanderbilt on the road. Rick Barnes and his club. Right now, they're in the top 4, trying to get that double bye at the SEC tournament. A win here tonight, at least for a short while anyway, depending on what happens tomorrow, would be in sole possession of second place. Meanwhile, Missouri, 8-6 in the league, tied for 7th. But let's talk big picture, John. Last 4 in right now.
Yeah, good enough to, you know what, they got to try to take care of business when they can. There's only 4 games left. You want my honest opinion, Dave?
Yeah.
Missouri's better than those teams listed on that board. So they got to take care of business, put themselves in by themselves. Don't stay on that bubble, and don't let the committee either put you in or out.
They've been playing some pretty solid basketball. Of course, beat Vanderbilt in this building last week in the midweek game, and then had to go to Arkansas. Not an easy place to go, as people are learning, as they lost on Saturday, 94-86. But yet this Missouri team right in the thick of things. Now, the margin of error is small, but a win here tonight would certainly help solidify that, because they do have some pretty solid and impressive victories this season.
And I think Missouri can play freely, Dave, because even a loss to Tennessee doesn't hurt you. But again, you want to protect home court, win a ball game, make a step up, turnover right away.
Barrett's left-handed pass trying to get to Phillips did not work, as you look at the Tennessee starting 5. Gillespie, Boswell, Heyman, Carey, and Akpara. We will see J.P. Estrella today, who's been out a couple of games with a bad foot. Coach Barnes telling us earlier today he doesn't know how much he'll play, but he will get some action as Ament hits his first shot.
Ament good off the dribble. The matchup, Trent Pierce at 6'10", going against Ament, will be interesting. Ament very good off the dribble. He's got better week by week.
Ament averaging 18 points a game, good enough for 7th in the conference. Here comes Pierce.
Nice pass.
And Mark Mitchell knows what to do with it.
You know, they ran Pierce off a couple screens because he's a shooter. He continued off the bounce instead of settling for the long jump shot.
Mitchell averaging 17-plus points per game. He is 12th in the league in scoring, but more impressively, Mitchell is 9th in assists at 6'9", playing that 3 and 4 spot. Backed around, back out to Gillespie.
And Tennessee, one of the best rebounding teams in the country. Ament without a shoe.
We're going to stop the game for a moment to let Ament put his shoe back on.
All the new rules are kind of nice, aren't they? Yeah. You should have to play with that shoe off. Boy, what a season this young man's having. Freshman of the week, again, his 6th week that he's been Freshman of the week in this league.
Hey, if it wasn't for Darius Acuff Jr., he would have set a record for Freshman of the Week. Acuff's had it 7 times, which is the current record.
Well, how good is Acuff? I think to me, he's player of the year, but we'll see how that finishes at the end of the season.
Amen. McDonald's All-American coming out of high school, one of the top 5 players in the country. Gillespie's long 3 and a long rebound right back.
You know, good crossover dribble by Gillespie, but Sean Phillips at 6'11" quickly gets to shooters and can bother them, but not Boswell.
Boy, Boswell had a couple of huge buckets late in the game in Nashville over the weekend. Steps up and knocks home that 3. 47% from behind the arc. Blocked on the baseline by Carey, can't save it, and it'll stay with the Tigers. Rick Barnes always seems in control in his 11th year. 39th overall, but 11th in Knoxville.
Well, simply one of the best and one of the finest that we have in all of college basketball.
29 NCAA tournaments, 25 20-win seasons in his career. 6 times he's been a conference coach of the year. Amazing resume. Amen. Here's Boswell.
Tennessee likes to push when they can. They don't force the issue, but if they can get out and run, they will. Powerful move inside. This is a physically tough Tennessee squad.
Akpara, he's averaging about 7 points a game.
And both of these teams, Dave, do a good job of rim protection. Hard to score inside against either one, but we'll see if Missouri can match the physicality of what the Volunteers bring.
Boy, another careless turnover. That's 2 here in the opening minutes of this game for Missouri. Skate's not going to be happy with that, but now in his 4th season, of course, took this team to the NCAA tournament last year. A couple of years ago, just a real struggle, winless in the conference, but flipped the script in a hurry, and they hope to get back for consecutive seasons to that tournament.
Quick substitution as Trent Burns, a 7'5" player, comes in. He's played 31 minutes in the last 2 ball games.
Saves it. Shot clock is at 8. Here's Gillespie. Bounce pass, Akpara, left hand out the window.
Nice pass. A little better pass that time on the bounce pass by Gillespie than the lob he tried to throw.
9-2 start for Tennessee.
What a great start when you get on the road, because you've kept the crowd very quiet here in Mizzou Arena. Missouri's a very good shooting team, and if they get the crowd going early, they usually become more explosive.
Burns tried to throw it off a Volunteer, didn't work. Tennessee will go the other way with it. Tennessee has started this game hitting 4 of 6 from the field. Just catch and shoot.
I'm telling you what a great screen by Jalen Carey. Carey went down and he moved his screen up. Ament flattened out, made it a wide open look, and he delivered.
Ament, 10 20-point games, most by a Tennessee freshman over the last 30 seasons.
Well, off to a great start to balls. When you go on the road, keep the crowd quiet, and they are making shots, playing defense. The ball's up early. And Final Four, 2002, 2003 at Texas. T.J. Ford, consensus National Player of the Year. They had a fabulous squad.
About some of the stories he was telling us today when he was at Clemson facing North Carolina and that rivalry.
you could sit and listen to him all day.
Here's Stone. His first shot no good. Tapped around.
You know, Boswell took the ball fake from Stone. Can't take it because he gave Stone a wide open look. In and out. Missouri off to an extremely slow start in their home building.
Yeah, Tennessee went on a 10-0 run in just a tick over 2 minutes.
Ament limping off the floor.
Nate Ament is grabbing that right ankle as he kind of stumbles his way onto that Tennessee bench. We will keep an eye on that. Well, it looks like he's going to try to walk it off over there.
It's a lot more. I'm not sure it's pressure, but Gillespie's going to have to be much more scoring minded, even though he leads the team in scoring.
Gillespie at 18.1 points. Ament at 18 even. Akpara, shot clock down to 3. Another offensive rebound for this Tennessee team. That's what they do, but Burns is there, gets it to Pierce.
Tennessee always solid in their half-court defense. Do not get beat off the dribble very often.
Well, we need a basket. Go to 25 and white. Mark Mitchell.
Not surprising, one of the best in the league at scoring the basketball. You mentioned earlier, he not only leads the team in scoring, but also rebounding and assists.
Boswell short, ball on the deck. Another opportunity for Tennessee. Carey keeps it alive.
Nice pass.
That's too strong, and a long rebound taken by Boswell. Tennessee with a 3rd opportunity.
Tennessee loves the physicality again. Can Missouri match what Tennessee's bringing?
How about a 4th opportunity, and finally Burns gets it.
Tell you what, if you're Tennessee, you're not very happy that you missed so many open looks.
Tennessee, 2nd in rebound margin in the country. Here's Gillespie off the window. Little scoop shot.
And again, terrific defense, and I think it was Boswell initially on the defense, containing Stone. nowhere for the ball handlers of Missouri to get avenues and lanes to the rim.
Boy, just 4 points, and we're 6 minutes into this game. Both baskets by Mark Mitchell, who has the basketball
I think
now.
he has to have a lot of touches.
Robinson from the corner. That one's short. Gillespie wide open, and he misses again. He's now 0 for 4.
And Gillespie's had wide open looks and a terrific three-point shooter.
Let's go back to that Nate Amon injury a moment ago. And he just kind of rolled his ankle and...
Take a look on the right side.
Wow, he stepped on a foot. He went back in the back for a moment, but is back on the bench, is going to check back in.
Every retaped, ready to go.
Mitchell underneath, strong move, and he's fouled. As J.P. Estrella checks in for the first time. Haven't seen J.P. the last 3 games with that foot injury. Practice yesterday in Knoxville. Coach Barnes gave him the thumbs up to give it a go tonight.
And Estrella, another terrific rebounder, more on the offensive side, much more aggressive as an offensive rebounder. Defensively, they're still working with him. They'd like him to be a little better on the defensive end.
Dwayne Brown picks up the foul for Tennessee. Boy, Mark Mitchell, the value that this guy brings to Missouri is can't be overstated. Only one other player in school history has led the team in points, rebounds, and assists throughout a season. You got to go back to the 1998-99 season when Albert White did it. That's it.
Albert White was a terrific player when you can lead your team in all 3 of those categories. Mark Mitchell leads the SEC in assist to turnover ratio. Quite incredible for a 6'9" player.
Amen. Looks like he's moving around well despite missing that shot. Here's Mitchell. Maury Evans switch off.
And Evans a solid defender.
Theo Barrett says...
Not so fast.
Yeah. Theo Barrett averaging almost 8 points a game. Started the last 8. Made a difference for this Missouri team. Evans. Boy, Tennessee is just... They're not a big three-point shooting team, but they have now attempted 9.
And you almost wonder if Missouri's giving them something. You won't give Gillespie something. You're probably going to give Evans an open look. And so far, Tennessee's not converted.
Well, Amon strips it out of Barrett's hands. Loose ball. Amon comes out of there with it.
Tennessee has not really taken much advantage of going inside like they like to do. Good bucket, smart bucket by Gillespie.
He had missed 4 straight from behind the arc, decides to take it inside the arc, and it works out well.
Best players can all make mid-range shots. Those that can't, I don't think really are that great of offensive players.
Mitchell. Estrella.
I tell you what, Tennessee got a break. Now, he might have gotten pushed, but he tried to save that ball underneath his basket.
He was out of bounds before Mitchell made the catch. 16-8, Tennessee out front.
Stretch bodies. Tennessee no different. They're a physically tough team on the defensive end. That can wear you down, but again, they are peaking right now at the right time.
Yeah, Tennessee #1 in scoring defense in the league, #2 in field goal percentage allowed, #2 in three-point field goal defense. Another Rick Barnes type of team. Theo Barrett. Missouri's trying to crack this code. Cruz throws one up, and that one doesn't go.
And anytime Cruz comes in, right away Missouri ran a play for him. Came off double screen. Tennessee guarded it well. Cruz had to put it on the floor, shoot a mid-range jumper. He's more of a three-point shooter. Tough matchup for Cruz on Amon.
Estrella sets the screen. That pass is deflected by the 7'5" Burns.
Hate to say it's hard to throw over 7'5", but it is. You rarely play against a kid this tall.
Burns, left-handed. Oh, what a shot by the big man.
Up and under.
Coming off a nice game against Arkansas, he had 6 points against the Hawks.
Dennis Gates changes 1-3-1 zone defense. See how the Vols attack it. Watch for Gillespie, especially in the corners.
Here's Brown. Catch, fires, connects.
Boy, nicely done. It's really nice to have Amen out front at 6'10". Can see over the defenders, can see where the ball needs to go. And Brown, soft touch.
8-point volunteer lead. Robinson to the logo.
Well, he made
He's
it.
fouled by Gillespie.
Robinson made it difficult. He'd beaten Gillespie off the dribble and then let Gillespie catch up and get in the play. Now he drew the foul, but why not continue and convert it to the rim?
Trent Burns, 7'5", folks. I mean, that is no joke. But you wouldn't know it by his athleticism.
Well, he hasn't played much this year except the last couple games. 31 minutes in the last 2 ball games. Starting to play well. And you know what? Starting to be more comfortable out there. And Dennis Gates is using him more minutes and in different ways of how he can play.
He played 30 minutes in the first 12 SEC games and 31 in the last 2 conference games. He takes a seat for a moment as Phillips checks back in.
And when you ask how he did, in the Vandy game, 18 minutes, he had 7 rebounds. Then you go down Arkansas, he had 6 points in 13 minutes.
So Robinson at the free throw line, 66% this year. Young man out of Tallahassee, Florida. He'll be subbed out as Mark Mitchell heads back onto the floor.
Now, when you look at the lineup for Missouri, there'll be a defense here, but you got Pierce, a shooter, Cruz is a shooter, Mitchell as a scorer. So that's probably their most potent offensive attack for Missouri on the floor. And when Burns comes out, they go more man-to-man defense. Tennessee on the attack.
Oh, good pass to Brown. Alley-oop, a little too strong. Parr couldn't catch up to it. Tigers back the other way. Cruz, good ball fake. Fires, no good. Tennessee is out rebounding Missouri 13-5 to start this game.
Incredible. 6 offensive rebounds.
Amen. Off to Berg.
Interesting matchup. Now they'll switch it off. I had T.O. Barrett was guard Amen.
Berg played 15 minutes on Saturday. Most minutes in a while for him. And gets the assist as Amen buries a corner 3.
He's fun to watch. But again, teammates find him. There's good spacing. Berg with, again, a terrific dribble. Defense has to come react around the rim. Good pass to the corner.
Mitchell out on the wing. It looks like Parra. Boswell came in there and stripped it away.
They're really letting it be a one-on-one and not double teaming, but if Mitchell's going to put it on the floor, Boswell, active hands.
Well, that one was tapped out of there. I think Barrett might have got a piece of that.
Yeah, Barrett got a piece of the arm. Got lucky he didn't with the foul call.
And then Barrett, right place, right time, gets the lay-in.
Boswell went up for a shot, and Barrett got his arm. Official didn't see it. You got to play on. Smart play, though, to continue by Barrett to finish it.
Boswell just steps into a 3. That won't go.
Tennessee is last in the SEC in three-point field goal attempts. Oh, my. Degree of difficulty by Mark Mitchell. High on that one.
Here comes this Missouri crowd. Lead is 5 for Tennessee.
T.O. Barrett on Amen. Got to give up some inches.
Boy, Rick Barnes looks right down at the bench. Troy Henderson going to make an appearance as he subs in for Berg. Jaden Stone will check back in for Missouri. Cruz to the bench.
And Dave, a pretty good pace to the game, good intensity on both ends, and I think that's why the coaches, rotational players from the bench, a lot of guys being used early.
Little scoop shot. Barrett thought he was fouled.
You always get the feeling when you watch T.O. Barrett, he would like the game to have no whistle.
Rick Barnes going with 3 freshmen on the floor. Heyman again, corner 3, rebound off to Jones. Mitchell just threw it up, thought he was pushed. Can't believe it. Up ahead, and Gillespie can't catch it. Henderson throws it away.
Yeah, Henderson left his feet. You can't do it. Mitchell frustrated on one end, but Henderson left his feet, had nowhere to throw it. Tennessee a little bit off track of how they want to play.
Hey, how about 7 turnovers early on for Tennessee? But Missouri trying to hang tough with Tennessee. Tennessee, in the last 4.5 minutes, has turned it over 5 times. Missouri only once, which has allowed Missouri to cut into this, what was a 10-point lead.
And I think Akpara has played Mark Mitchell extremely well. Because they're not really double teaming Mitchell, they're just going one-on-one defensively. Felix has done a terrific job.
Robinson, that pass is intercepted by Evans.
Great defense, but you can't throw the pass if you see that the pick is not set to free your teammate up.
Carey gets it back. Jalen, big hop step, nowhere to go. Amen. Little elbow jumper won't go. Rebound to Phillips.
And remember, Sean Phillips is 7 feet tall, and when Carey made the move, and he sometimes gets around and over other players, Phillips is tough to go over the top of.
Oh, nice move by Barrett. Missouri on an 8-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes. Carey trying to back Mitchell in. Foul against Mark Mitchell.
Carey is a load, 6'8", 270. He got switched off. Mark Mitchell, who's a terrific athlete, but not that thick.
First foul of the night against the Tigers.
And if we talk about thick, that's kind of what T.O. Barrett is. T.O. Barrett loves, as a point guard, to get in the paint, use his body, use his strength, and really use his size to bully ball other point guards.
We were here last Tuesday night for the Vanderbilt game, and you've got this in my head now, and I can't get it out. It would be awesome to see T.O. Barrett put on some football pads and play in the secondary, play a safety spot.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt he'd be great. Jalen Carey only a 52% free throw shooter. Not a comfort spot for him.
Mitchell with 8 points here in the first half to lead the Tigers, along with T.O. Barrett, who has 8. Mitchell, top of the key, 3, in and out. Phillips, offensive rebound. That won't go. Akpara grabs the rebound. Boswell, he'll back it out. Carey. Jay Jones, too strong. This place is ready to explode.
It's ready to explode.
Inside, Phillips, blocked by Akpara. He got a piece of another one.
Did I mention it's tough around the rim to score against Tennessee? Oh, my. What a physical game, but we expected this.
Gillespie with 3 on the shot clock.
Oh,
makes it rain in Mizzou Arena.
Mark Mitchell played that so well. And Gillespie at 6'1". That drew rain from so high up.
Missouri in a little bit of a slump. They've hit just 1 of their last 7 attempts. Phillips. Robinson for three. No good. Parr on the rebound.
And again, not Robinson's strength, only a 28% three-point shooting team. So Tennessee, you pick your poison. Where are you going to help out? Who do you leave open?
Boy, on Parr, looks like he might be injured in some capacity.
Time on the floor.
We will step aside. Missouri 0 for 7 from behind the arc.
And it's a team that kind of relies on the outside shot. Guys like Pierce, Cruz.
Yeah, they've got some excellent three-point shooters, but they just haven't found it yet.
And again, the size and the height of Missouri makes Tennessee play away from the rim. Normally their post players try to score.
Brown took it right to Burns.
Very difficult.
Theo Barrett. Mitchell.
What does Tennessee teach? The 3 C's. Cushion, contain, contest. Don't get beat off the dribble.
Stone kicks it out to Burns. Air ball. He is 1 for 9 from behind the arc this year, making 1 for 10 now.
I'm kind of chuckling because I think, how do we get a bucket? Well, let's stick our 7'5" guy outside. Get
Worth
a
a
shot.
shot.
It is so difficult.
Nobody else has made one. Estrella can't get it over Burns.
24-20, 2 minutes left in this game, first half. Wow.
It has not been a shooting clinic. Both teams under 40%.
And how quickly, like, Gillespie just got to Barrett. And Barrett looked like he was going to shoot a 3.
Barrett, and he's fouled. Tennessee raced out to that 12-2 lead. Missouri's been climbing uphill ever since. They've gotten close, but have never had the lead here in the first half with 1:57 to play. And Barrett will step to the free throw line.
You know what's not fun, Dave, as a point guard, is when you have to guard a point guard that likes to peach off the dribble so much and get it to the paint.
Sunday at 6 Eastern, 5 Central on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. A 3-hour best of this week's SEC's Indoor Track and Field Championships. Again, must-see TV if you want to get ready for Summer Olympic stuff.
Isn't that the truth?
The Olympic Games in the summer are littered with SEC performers. Whether it's swimming and diving, track and field.
Speaking of the Olympics,
hey,
how about Jack Hughes, man?
He's our guy.
I was in the airport in Dallas coming back from the Oklahoma game, and he scored. I mean, the whole place went crazy. How fun.
Berg to Estrella. Batted around a couple of times, and Pierce comes out of there with it. Pierce, only 1 shot, make it 2. There's Burns, easy flush.
I'm telling you, he is a presence on both ends of the floor. Defensively, just being inside there, they can't score over the top.
First time we've been tied since we started. And a foul against Missouri on the other end.
Such intensity. Players are so tired on the floor right now. Pierce trying to trail, Amen, trying to just stay with it.
How about this little road trip for Tennessee at Vanderbilt, at Missouri. Here's Barrett in the open floor, chased by Ament. Nothing Nate can do about that. Barrett with a monster throwdown. The first lead of the night.
Another turnover. Rick Barnes was trying to get something set. He didn't have all 5 players on the same page, taking the ball underneath out of bounds. Underneath Tipped out of bounds again. They weren't set. Nobody's in the right place. The pass goes long. T.O. Barrett gets the crowd involved. Amen. Smart play not to pick up a foul.
Well, this crowd's been ready to explode all night, and they finally had their opportunity. And T.O. Barrett is playing with this fire. You know, usually it's one of the most competitive guys on the court every night, but there seems to be a little something else going on with T.O. tonight.
Well, so this is his 9th straight start, and he's been absolutely terrific. In the last 10 ball games, nearly 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. Did not play that well at Arkansas, but then again, he had to play against Darius Acuff, and he only had 5 points in that game. And I don't care who you are. You play Acuff, you find out there is a different level. But T.O. Barrett has been terrific for this Missouri team when inserted in the starting lineup. Gives him a lot more energy on both ends of the floor.
Gillespie fell down, tripped at the free throw line, and I think that's going to go against Robinson.
He was tripped. It might have been the only time Tennessee would have caught an easy one and laid it in.
This is the 3rd team foul against Missouri. They still have 3 to give. 51.4 seconds to go. 20 seconds of the shot clock. Boswell inbounds. Wide open corner 3. Perfect by Jacoby Gillespie.
I think you rarely see shooters with that high of an arm. Yeah. That thing is way up in the air.
Looks good when it goes in.
Oh, it's beautiful. Matchup zone now by the Volunteers. If you're Missouri, you've got Pierce, number 11 on the side, on the back man-to-man. Nope, matchup zone.
Here's Burns.
Thought about it, didn't he?
He did. Pierce didn't take him long to think about it. Tapped around and big collision.
I'm telling you what, this is a physical ball game. Did Barrett and Pierce collide?
They even we're talking about it. Did they call a foul over there?
Now Barrett looks like he's a little bit shaken up.
No foul.
So plenty of time to get a good play. 6.6 seconds. Got to bring it at a good speed though.
5 seconds, 4 seconds. Gillespie. Wow. Got it.
Beautifully done.
That will end the half. And Tennessee takes a lead by 3 at the break. They are 15-4 this year when they lead after 20 minutes. We'll see if that'll hold up here on the road at Missouri. What a half. Send it back to the studio. Guys, saw him leave in the first half, midway through that first half, twisted an ankle, stepped on a foot, but only out a couple of minutes, and looks like he is
and it didn't look like it bothered him when he came back in. He was moving well. Nice screen again by Akara.
Another offensive rebound. Carey does it again.
That's how the start of the game was. Tennessee very good on the offensive glass.
Gillespie can't finish it off.
You make that dribble, you got to make that shot.
Here's Phillips, dumps it inside. Mitchell kicks it back out. Pierce for 3. Missouri still can't find a shot from behind the arc to go down.
You know, Mark Mitchell he could have had 2, but you give it to your teammate who's a great shooter in the corner. Doesn't convert.
Missouri now 0 for 10 on 3-pointers.
One of those games, Dave, where can either team get on like a run? Let's say someone makes 5, 6 in a row. It opens up. Could be either one.
Mitchell. Now Parr going at it. Mitchell muscles his way. Tapped around and taken off the rim by Parr. They're going to see if that's goaltending, and all the coaches over there on that Tennessee bench turn around to the guy with the iPad or the computer.
It seemed like the ball's on the rim. I don't know who Mark Mitchell had the initial shot up there, and there was a bunch of tips. that ball sitting probably on the edge.
Oh, yeah. It was on the rip. So Mitchell now in double figures with 10.
Gillespie's so good off the bounce, controlling the defender.
Par with the big screen. Gillespie kicks it back to Boswell. Catch, shoot, no good. Carey, offensive rebound, leads the team. He now has 81 offensive rebounds this season.
But you know, Carey has not gone back up with the rebound. Giving up a few inches.
Boswell, floater, alley-oop, Akpara.
Yeah, beautifully done. Boswell went as far as you can, and when the defense comes up, you just put it up. Easily done. Finished by Akpara.
Two-man game with Barrett and Mitchell. T.O. in traffic through the contact. He'll head to the line.
Tennessee coach is not happy about that call. How about this? Boswell, when he turns the corner again, you're going to go down until that low defender comes to you. And when they come, easy space to throw that ball up, especially when you got a high flyer like Felix.
Foul on Bishop Boswell, his first. Only had 8 total team fouls in the first half.
As physically.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? I think we only had 8 fouls. His bodies were flying all over the court.
Rick Barnes working the officials. You know, one of the things they teach, as most coaches, especially in the guard position when they're getting back down, not to reach, keep your hands back. The Tennessee sideline did not think their guy was reaching for that last time.
Barrett now up to 14 points. His 10th game with double figures. Leads Missouri in the scoring department. Gillespie. In and out. Carey.
Akpara kept that ball alive, and then Carey got the rebound.
Carey sets the screen for Ament. Nate working on Mitchell. Pull-up jumper. That won't go. Tapped. And a foul against Missouri on a loose foul. They don't have an answer for Carey on the offensive glass right now.
Akpara and Carey are loads inside. Carey being a bigger load, his body and his strength. Akpara, because of his movement away from the ball. Akpara has very good timing when the shots go up. He comes from different angles. Carey's just simply so physically strong inside.
How about Carey? He has 7 rebounds. 6 of them are on the offensive glass.
Just more opportunities for the Volunteers. They are not shooting the ball well, but the more opportunities, that's why they're winning by 1.
Vols lead the country in offensive rebound percentage. They get 45% of their misses.
And they are 5 of 17 beyond the three-point line.
Looks like we got some blood. Not shocking that there's some blood on T.O. Barrett. He has been involved in about every collision we've seen today. Boswell will trigger it in. Akpara. Back to Akpara. And a foul. Count it. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, beautifully done. 2-man play. 2 guys on the same side. Bishop Boswell, Felix Akpara. Simple screen, simple roll, but it only works if the guy handling the basketball, head up, eyes up, knows when he turns the corner. Where are the 2 defenders? Well, they're both on him. Teammates got to be open. Late rotation by Missouri.
Mitchell just picked up his 2nd foul. Akpara now with 9 points, 4 of 4 from the field.
Not only that, he's done a great job defensively on Mitchell.
Ament just intercepted the careless T.O. Barrett pass. It was trying to find its way to Pierce.
Boy, similar bodies, Ament and Pierce. Long, lanky, good matchup.
Ament up and under, scoop shot won't go. Burns grabbed the rebound quickly off the iron. Boswell, such a great defender.
Yeah.
Mitchell trying to get past Akpara. Kicks it to the corner. Pierce for three. Got it! Their first three of the night.
Maybe as good a stroke as anybody in the SEC.
It does look good, yeah. Burns comes out of there with it. Mitchell.
And I think it was Burns' hands that knocked it away.
Right at Akpara. Count it! Mitchell will head to the line as Missouri has reclaimed the lead. Mitchell just fouled, will head to the free throw line and try to complete his 29th and one, which leads this Missouri team. So Mark Mitchell, 10 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 25 double-figure games this season. And he has been to the free throw line a ton. How about 215 times? He's 5th in makes, 2nd in attempts.
He puts a lot of pressure on an official on having to make a call when he attacks the rim.
Barrett and Mitchell combined for 26 points. The rest of the team, 10 points. Gillespie, nice pass on par with his second dunk.
Beautifully done. I've talked about it before. Gillespie's so good off the dribble, off the bounce. And when he attacks, that time the bounce pass. Last time down, he threw it up to the rim.
Here's a guy that's quiet. Jaden Stone, not much of a factor. See if he can get involved. That one's no good. Tapped around, taken by Ament. Nate's sitting on 8 points. Those came early in the game. Akpara, high screen. Ament back to Akpara. Double clutches off the window. He's up to 13.
And how about his second half?
6 of 6 from the field. Akpara has all 9 points for Tennessee here in the second half. Mitchell ball fakes Akpara to the rim, and he lays it up and in. He's starting to get it going.
And I know Mitchell's gotten better at a three-point shot, but you don't take the ball fake. Akpara just took it, got him out of defensive position.
Blocked by Stone. Akpara bumped by Stone. Unfortunate for Jaden. Made a good defensive play, but just happened to fall right into Akpara.
Akpara has been very valuable second half. Off all the screens and rolls, he's scored not only up above, but now this time the bounce pass. And Mitchell, ball fake, don't take it. Because now all of a sudden you're out of position. He has angles that he can attack, and normally he finishes.
Akpara again. Can he stay high? Gets the 7-5. Burns up in the air and makes the shot. 11 to start the second half for Akpara.
It looked like it could have been a foul. It looked like it could have been traveling, but he still finished the play.
His career high is 20. That came against Rice earlier this year. He's up to 15. Barrett is fouled by Boswell.
Number 3, Bishop Boswell. Second personal, 3rd team foul. For the Tigers, number 5, T.O.
That foul will give Boswell 2. Boy, Rick Barnes is not happy about something.
Well, no, it has to do more with when Barrett gets inside. I think Barnes feels his guards have their hands up and back, and they're not reaching. Barrett, much like Mitchell, like any good offensive player, tries to get his body in the defender's body. Rick Barnes' argument is it's not a foul, it's contact, but it's not a foul. Boy, I missed them both. First one was an air ball, right? I tell you what, the high pick and rolls have been so effective in the second half. They took the 7-5 Burns and put him in a screen and roll, see where he would react. That time the delivery by Brown.
Batted around, Parra comes away with it. That basket by Brown a moment ago stopped the 11-point scoring run by Parra.
And let's see where they go back again. Same kind of action.
Brown gets it to Boswell.
Well, the ball really moves, not a lot of dribbles.
Oh, Brown had a double clutch, and then there's a foul call, and boy, Dennis Gates just exploded off the sideline, and he is lucky he didn't get teed up. He came across the midcourt stripe.
Foul called Missouri First personal.
The movement on the offensive end, because of the body movement and the ball movement, Dave, without so many dribbles, has been tough to defend. And in the last 4 or 5 minutes, this Volunteer team offensively looks like a different squad.
Boy, crowd saw the replay on the big screen and clearly did not like that whistle. Brown off the back of the rim. Barrett comes out of there with it. T.O. Oh, nice finger roll.
Well, Barrett plays downhill, and he doesn't really wait for the teammates to join.
Brown working on Mitchell. And he traveled with it, lost his footing.
So that, Dave, is a freshman going against a senior. And as Brown bumped, Mitchell didn't give him any space. Bumped again, made it very difficult.
10 Tennessee turnovers. Tennessee, the Volunteers have had issues with turnovers this year. They're 15th in the league. Tied with Missouri, 12.3 turnovers per game. And you ask Rick Barnes, when things aren't going well, generally a turnover is involved.
And now you have freshmen on senior.
Long drop from Mitchell, and he drew the foul. We'll head back to the free throw line.
Dave, same two on one end, now same two on the other end.
Rick Barnes talking about Dwayne Brown this week, about him being perhaps the biggest surprise for Tennessee this year, just because they looked like they were loaded in the post. But he has found a way to kind of crack into that rotation.
Well, they took a look at him in high school, Hoover High School, Hoover, Alabama, and loved how hard he worked, how hard he played. He's 6'8", but he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Good defensively, good offensively.
At one point, he weighed close to 300 pounds, did Brown. Wow. And he's playing around 240, 245 right now, which is a comfortable weight for him. He said he got down to about 235, but the extra weight is his muscle and certainly eating better and all that stuff that comes along with getting to college.
So what you find out, though, when you're in a game, Missouri set a screen so that Brown, the freshman, had to guard the senior Mitchell. And it's a difficult assignment.
Gillespie working on Robinson. Step back. Boy, that was way off the mark. Cruz, who just checked in.
And if Cruz checks in, watch him trailing a play, popping for a three-point shot.
Robinson floater, no good. Brown the rebound. Alley-oop. Tapped down there by Phillips.
It's got to be higher.
Mitchell bumps, foul, and he'll go back to the line, and again it's Brown.
The pass by Gillespie has to be higher, so it's over the defender. Would have been an easy dunk. Defensively, again, if it's on a break, you're in trouble as a defender when Mark Mitchell comes off the bounce.
Third foul on Dwayne Brown. Mitchell back to the free throw line. He's been there 5 times and made all 5. Up to 17 points, right on his average. 12th in the league in scoring. Looks good at the line. His dad came over.
Yeah, it was nice meeting him. Yeah, he's proud of his son. He's enjoyed having him. Mitchells are from the Kansas City area, Kansas City, Kansas.
Started his career at Duke, a couple of years there, former McDonald's All-American.
I believe he'll be a first-team All-SEC player this year. He's
Gotta
been
be.
terrific.
Yeah. It'll belong to Tennessee. Missouri.
Dave, if you're a coach, would you trust your players when they want
I
you
just
to
about
check?
to say, depends on who's saying replay.
You trust the guys behind you with the iPad.
So they are not going to challenge this. It'll be Tennessee basketball. Boswell. Guarded by Barrett. Gillespie laying off the ball and foul on Robinson.
You know, I thought Robinson guessed correctly on where Gillespie was going.
Getting a little chippy here in Mizzou Arena, all knotted up at 43. Significant part of that is he hasn't really done much since he came back.
You know, I think when you're the focal point on the defensive team, it's the reason why Akpara has scored so much second half. Oh, wow. How about that set play out of a timeout?
That worked. Gillespie with the lay-in.
Not only an easy layup, you had three guys that could have had the layup.
Ball's back out in front by 2. They've led by as many as 10. Missouri's biggest lead has been 2. Here's Pierce. Barrett crossover, working hard on Amari Evans, and rips the net.
T.O. Barrett playing with a ton of confidence.
Mitchell and Barrett have combined for 36 of the 45. It's our 6th tie.
Again, matchup zone. We go right to the middle.
Quick back out to Gillespie. Estrella blocked by Phillips. Robinson. Cross court, Pierce. Got it. Biggest lead in the game for the Tigers. Turnover. Robinson. Alley-oop. Barrett tried to one-hand slam that, but
What a
David
block.
said, not on my watch.
What a block. Amen had to hustle. What looked like a 2-on-1 break. But again, the pass by Robinson to an open Trent Pierce. Not what you want to give Pierce if you're a defensive team, but here's a 2-on-1 break. And Amen the hustle. Wow, terrific.
Missouri's hit 9 of their last 15 shots to take this 3-point lead. Mitchell, friendly bounce.
Soft touch, he just gets it up on the glass and usually trickles in.
Mitchell up to 20 points.
Volunteers need an answer, Dave, on the offensive end. See if they can get Amen involved. Beautifully done.
Boswell converts.
Such a nice design. Amen out front. Gillespie through the zone. Makes the delivery.
Long 3. Robinson! It spun off the cylinder, then off the window and through the nylon.
And a deep 3.
Boswell. Amen. They leave him open for 3. That's no good. Tapped around and taken by Missouri. Pierce poked away by Gillespie. What a steal.
And now numbers for the Vols.
Amen. To the rim. He's fouled by Mitchell. That'll be the 3rd on Mitchell.
So what a defensive play getting back. Missouri's been good defensively, didn't allow offensive rebound. Pierce had an opportunity at half court to give it to the point guard Barrett. Now you got a 2-on-1. A lot of times there's a stress of saying, hey, get it to your point guard, let him lead the way.
Amen. 80% at the line. Boy, he had been on a roll, too. He had hit 30 of his last 31 over the last 4 games.
And right now the shot's not comfortable, right? He had an open look at the top for the 3 and missed it. I mean, it was long and not very soft at all. He's got to make this one, get his confidence back.
Missed them both. Boy, during that 30 of 31 stretch, he had a string of 18 straight and then misses 2 in a row.
Well, it doesn't take long to lose a little bit of confidence or gain confidence. And normally a shooter gains it back at the free throw line. And if you miss a couple, it may rattle you a little bit. We'll see how Ament responds. Nice response.
Para.
I like the aggressiveness of Ament. Another second chance opportunity for Tennessee.
Gillespie. Block. Robinson got a piece of it. Right to Boswell. Shot clock is down. It's a shot clock violation.
Loud building, loud crowd. Boswell could not hear his sideline telling him to get the shot up.
Thirteen turnovers now for Tennessee. Missouri on a nice little 15-5 run over the last 5 minutes.
Little matchup zone now by Tennessee. Keep an eye on Mitchell in the middle.
There is Mitchell at the free throw line, kicks it out. Robinson for 3, second in a row.
Well, how about his confidence? We talked in the first half, only 28% beyond the three-point line, but 2 huge threes here in this second half.
Just like that, Missouri's up 8. They didn't hit a 3 in the first half, and they're 4 out of 6 in the second half. Oh, Barrett thought he might have had a steal. Around the perimeter, 5 on the shot clock. Amen. Elevates, short, gets his own miss. Layup is good.
I think a huge offensive rebound for him and a putback. He's got to find his confidence. Missouri very comfortable now on the offensive end. How does Tennessee change that? They tried the zone, only 1 possession. Back to man-to-man.
Mitchell guarded by Apara. Apara wins that battle. Up ahead it comes to Boswell. They're going to say goaltending. That ball hit the backboard before Phillips was able to get a hand on it.
We have not had many breaks, Dave, out and get some easy buckets.
That makes it a 4-point game. The intensity, late season SEC basketball. Gotta love it. Just a moment ago, there was a goaltending call against Phillips of Missouri and challenged by Missouri during their timeout. They lose the challenge. It was goaltending, so they lose the timeout.
The goaltending, after the review, the call is upheld. Missouri's been charged for timeout, and they have no more challenges left.
So Jones breaking it down for us, and here's another look at it. Yes, he hit the backboard.
Kind of an easy one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Again,
surprised
just look at us. Dennis Gates just says, look at us, and we'll give you the thumbs up.
Don't challenge.
Right, that's right. T.O. Barrett trying to post up Boswell, and he does so. Boy, T.O. Barrett having a great night. He is up to 20.
And all set up by a timeout. Drew up a play and got Barrett in the low post against another guard. Barrett he loves it late.
Jalen Carey. Boy, he just won't shoot, will he?
Well, he's not going to try to score over 7-5 Burns. Gillespie will.
Tough take. Oh my goodness, what a shot. Boswell came flying in from 40 feet away.
On a dead sprint. He saw that Burns had left to go get Gillespie. Now watch. Head down and he's going at it. How about Boswell, Burns, and Barrett? Two guys are very similar.
And they are talking to each other. Yeah, that was such a T.O. Barrett type of play.
Yeah.
Boswell converts the free throw.
Now, which of the Tennessee guards matches up with Barrett that can keep him out of the paint and not allow easy looks inside? Now they've got Amen on it.
Well, they don't have an answer for him right now.
Went right by him.
And Barrett has a new career high. He's up to 22. Previous 3 games, he had a combined 26. Boswell elevates. That's short. Pierce had it, lost it. Amen. Corrals it. Amen. Short. Pierce fouled. Pierce fouled him. Chuck Jones said he got him across the arm.
Well, our angle was hard to see it, but the ball was, what, 2 feet short?
Yeah.
Usually if a guy, if it doesn't quite get to the rim, Pierce didn't really argue it. Good defense, though. Nowhere to go. He doesn't leave the ground defensively. Now Amen goes up. Right there on the arm, so the ball doesn't extend. The arm doesn't get extended.
Wasn't much, but as a shooter, enough, though,
But
right?
it doesn't, I mean, if you can't extend the arm fully, balls are going to be 2 feet short.
Third foul on Pierce.
Again, what does that offensive rebound by Amen and the putback that got him about a couple minutes ago? I'm trying to think the other 4 guys in Missouri Juicers offensively. I'm just kind of clearing out one side. Let Barrett go to work.
It's almost like they're doing the old football drill, the Oklahoma drill, those two. Boswell and Barrett. Just line up, get after it. Foul on the floor. Is that against Pierce? I believe it is. That's his 4th.
The biggest challenge that Trent Pierce has had all season defensively is guarding a guy like Amen.
Boy, Dennis Gates is screaming, that's a hook and hold. Boy, it did look like Amen had a grab of his arm.
So the idea, though, any coach is, Dennis Gates arguing his point. Tennessee coaches are saying, why are you stopping the play?
Well, this crowd is looking at the video board, and they are.
What an intense game.
It is. It's like we were just saying to the crew, it's like they're playing for something more than just a regular season game. This has a tournament feel to it for sure. A couple of teams right now that are in the field. Missouri, the first team on the last 4 in grouping, according to Joe Lenardi. Meanwhile, Tennessee's knocking on the door of being a 4 seed, having won 8 of their last 9 and 4 in a row.
Well, Tennessee's got to find a way to stop T.O. Barrett. Unless he stops himself.
Burns tried to just slap that miss in, carry with a rebound.
That was an awful shot by Barrett. It's not his game.
24 for Barrett, though. Amen in the corner. Boy, Burns with great hand.
That's his second steal of the second half.
Clearing it out again for Barrett. Now working on Gillespie. That won't go. Akpara had it, lost it. It'll stay with Missouri. There's Tennessee right now, a 5 seed. They are the first 5 seed on the list. Alabama, a 4 seed. Florida right now, the 3 seed. Florida might be the best 3 seed in the last couple decades.
They've been terrific. That backcourt plays well. Florida can make a run at a repeat.
Oh, scoop shot by T.O. shattering his previous career high.
It's really quite unbelievable. It's simply taken over on the offensive end.
26 points on 11 of 16. 6-point lead. Missouri's hit 14 of their last 20 shots. Amen. Fouled, and he'll head back to the line. So far, no answer for T.O. Barrett.
Yeah, it's been a T.O. Barrett show, especially this second half. Doesn't matter who the Volunteers have put on this young man. Ball fake, spin, smooth, off the glass. Tigers up 6.
T.O. Barrett out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the sophomore, as Nate Ament looks like he might be getting his little stroke back.
Yeah, it looks good. Again, Volunteers have to find a way to get a couple defensive stops.
8, 14 points, 5 rebounds, make it 15 points. 4-point game.
And think of the backcourt. Ant Robinson has hit 2 massive threes in this second half also.
Mitchell working on Okpara. Left hand, got another one to go.
Another design play out of the timeout when they brought it up the floor. They ran it to get Mark Mitchell in a comfortable spot. Little screen roll now. There's nobody in his way. Go to work. And what Mitchell's good at is spinning. And he can go either direction, finish to the right or left. He is left-handed. Strong move. Very soft touch around the rim.
So Mitchell and Barrett now have pushed their combined numbers to 49 points. The rest of the team just 18. Inside it goes Okpara. That one is rejected by Mitchell. How did Barrett keep it alive?
Got a bucket at the other end if he passes.
Layup is good by Gillespie.
High intensity, Dave. Unbelievable block by Mitchell. I don't know how Barrett got it out to his teammate Robinson. And then Tennessee gets a breakaway.
Under 3 to play. Everybody on their feet at Mizzou Arena. Gillespie thought he had a clean steal. They're going to call it against Jalen Carey.
You know, it's interesting. Tennessee made it so that Okpara was guarding Phillips. And when he'd set the pick, that would allow him to switch on Mitchell, right? They had it set. Mitchell didn't go over the screen because he wanted to keep Carey on him.
Ament grabs the rebound off the Mitchell miss.
Now, Missouri's a not a good free throw shooting team. They've shot them well tonight. See if they can handle it down the stretch.
Okpara. Well, they got Cruz on Ament. Instead, they'll go to Boswell for 3. Missed it badly. Tapped around right back to Gillespie. Long 3. Got it! What a shot by Jacoby Gillespie.
Rotation perfect. We had a pretty good angle from where we're sitting.
2:20 to play. Timeout on the floor.
Boy, how about the emotion in this building tonight in this game? What a matchup. SEC basketball at its best.
So Missouri to inbound with 2:20 to play. Tennessee opens up in a press. Mitchell with it, up ahead to Pierce. Nice press break by the Tigers. Carey might have got away with a reach.
Boswell trying to keep the ball away from Barrett.
Robinson guarded by Gillespie and had it knocked out of his hands. Still Tiger basketball, 6 on the shot clock. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Tennessee in a double bonus situation. Missouri in 1-and-1 situation.
And always keep an eye on Phillips. He's a high 7-footer, but he's a high riser. If there's a screen, Barrett will put it up by the rim.
Just throws it deep to Pierce.
6 seconds.
3, Pierce trying to elevate over Ament. Hit the rim. Akpara grabs the rebound. That's his 8th of the game to go with 15 points. Mitchell comes out on Gillespie. Around to Ament. Now Boswell. He's double teamed. 5 on the shot clock. Gillespie, another long 3. Tennessee crashed the glass, but it finds T.O. Barrett.
A solid defensive stand by Missouri. Nowhere to go, no avenues for the fouls. And Gillespie with a deep attempt with Mark Mitchell on.
Dennis Gates wants a timeout. That'll start the clock with 1:06 to play, 18 on the shot clock. Missouri at 18-9. You see their net at 60. Didn't play a very difficult non-conference slate. But when you play in a league like this, that is the #1 rated conference, obviously you get that boost as the season unfolds, and there's still plenty of good competition up ahead for this Missouri team.
And I think that's the argument for Dennis Gates would say, hey, you schedule your schedule to get your team ready for a league like this one. Now, in the non-conference, you're always going to play Kansas. They lost by 20. They lost by a bunch to Illinois. They lost a game maybe they shouldn't have at Notre Dame. Now, in those games, Trent Pierce did not play. He didn't play till the SEC season started. Kansas, Illinois, Jaden Stone didn't play. He missed 7 games. So Dennis Gates' argument is when we got healthy to start SEC play, then that's the team that he thinks should be judged by.
All right, you got 1:06 to go, 18 on the shot clock. I got to think you're going to get the ball to 25's hands, Mark Mitchell, at some point here.
He's always been the guy in every big game to have a touch. A lot of times it'll be a high screen with Mitchell and Barrett. Well, they cleared it out for T.O. And how about that? How about that?
T.O. Barrett up to 28 big points.
A soft hook off the glass.
Gillespie. 10 on the shot clock, 37 seconds, and timeout Tennessee.
Maybe as well as Missouri's played on the defensive end the last 2 possessions all season long. Dave, did you have the soft hook off the glass for T.O. Barrett
I did
down the stretch on a called play? Oh, my goodness. It's as good as it gets.
What a night. What a night for T.O. Barrett. Seen a lot of Barrett and Robinson on the court together tonight.
Yeah, and we haven't seen a lot of that because each one plays the same position. But it makes Missouri really, really good on the defensive end because both are outstanding defenders. And think besides what Barrett has given, I've already said, when Ant Robinson hit the 2 long threes, that kept him on the floor, kept the confidence by the coaching staff that they needed him out there.
Well, Missouri's played 3 home games against ranked teams this year. They were all decided by 2 points or less. Tigers have won 2 of those 3, including beating Vanderbilt 81-80 last Wednesday.
And what's the biggest key now defensively for Missouri? When Tennessee takes a shot, you must block out. Volunteers are going to be aggressive, attacking the offensive glass.
10 on the shot clock.
Good defense by Pierce.
Gillespie guarded by Mitchell. Now Robinson picks him up. High arching 3 off the rim. Ament, another chance. Got it to go.
What a tough rebound. And remember the struggles that Missouri had down the stretch against pressure from Vanderbilt.
So Tennessee will take the timeout. That'll do it for their timeouts with 25.4 seconds to play in this one, and a 2-point game.
Jacob Cruz checks in. He's an 80% free throw shooter. We'll see who comes out.
Shot clock is turned off. This Tennessee team right now in a race for one of those double byes in the SEC tournament. Tied for second with Arkansas and Alabama. And then you got a couple of teams right on their heels. Texas A&M, Kentucky snaps their 3-game losing streak with a win at South Carolina earlier tonight. Vanderbilt tied for 7th with Missouri and Texas. So there's our situation. Tennessee in a double bonus, no timeouts. Missouri still shooting 1-1. Only 17 fouls this half against the Volunteers.
And Missouri tonight, 76% from the free throw line. Well, let's go back. They're 15th in the SEC in free throw percentage at 68. Which guy steps up to make free throws? I just said they put Cruz in at 80%. Barrett is 83. Ant Robinson only at 67. Mark Mitchell tonight, though, is 7 of 9 from the free throw line. So he's got to be confident going to the line, too. Expect Tennessee, the pressure, try to make the steal, and then try to lengthen this game out by making a foul.
Mitchell will inbound it. Chased by a par on the baseline. They get it to Barrett. Robinson. Here's Cruz. They will foul him. And Jacob Cruz will now have the one-on-one opportunity, but he's an 80% free throw shooter. He's hit 41 out of 51 on the year.
Toughest part for Cruz is the fact he's 0 of 2 from the field today. Has not shot the ball well the last few games. He's not shot the ball very often. So now you go to the free throw line. Even if you're a good free throw shooter, this first one is very difficult.
Cruz averaging just under 10 points a game, but scoreless tonight.
And mentally, you got to put yourself in a practice situation and not think about anything else.
Rattles it home.
And to an 80% shooter, Dave, when you hit rim like that, that's like a miss. So your confidence goes way up to think, well, that wasn't good. I still knocked it in. This should be all net.
Two big free throws for Jacob Cruz, and the lead again is 4. Gillespie gets bumped a couple of times and lost the basketball.
Great steal by Robinson, one of the top defenders in the SEC. Robinson lost his starting position to T.O. Barrett, but still a terrific defender. Great hands, great feet, but a good, huge steal.
Robinson with the shiny, sparkly Nikes on tonight. Missed it. Boswell takes it right in. 4 seconds left. 2-point game. They foul Cruz with 2.4 seconds.
Well, we've seen crazier things, but Cruz just made 2 free throws. We should have confidence to knock these 2 in.
We almost saw Tyler Tanner hit one here last Wednesday night and would have won it for the Vanderbilt Commodores. Yet another one coming down to the wire here in Mizzou Arena. This is the one, which would be a marvelous victory for Missouri. And the Tigers will win it. Aiming at the horn. No good. And the crowd enjoying the moment. 73-69, the final score. The magic number of 73 for Missouri hits. They're 19-1 this season when they score that many. Their only loss was to Arkansas last Saturday when they scored 73 or more.
How about a game? Barrett 28, Mitchell 23. Wow, what a win for Mizzou.
A lot of fun tonight here in Columbia, Missouri. Missouri with a big, big win. They go to 19-9. Tennessee goes to 20-8. For John Sunvold, the rest of our crew, Dave Neal saying so long. Let's get you to the studio.
What?